Hi, Professor Lynn and fellow classmates. I want to talk to you about something that we all utilize in some facet of our lives, email. More importantly, I want to provide a quick tutorial on how you can take one step closer to email zen. Whether you like it or not, email is not going away anytime soon, as it's still a preferred method of communication in the work environment. Where we can see as the chart shows here, where over half of Gen Z, millennials, and Gen X all rely on email for their work correspondence. Now, ask yourself a question. Can we make email better? My hope at the end of this presentation is that your answer is a resounding yes. What I want to talk to you today about is the one-click email. By utilizing VBA and Gemini, I've been able to build an email macro that's able to send out your typical repetitive emails you send on a daily or weekly basis with the click of one button. Now, for context, I work in the valuations department at PennyMac, a publicly traded is to accurately value our portfolio on a daily basis so that we can provide our stakeholders with the most up-to-date valuation based on the most recent interest rate levels. With that being said, we usually send out numerous emails with the same Excel, PDF attachments that reflect the updated valuation. It's a repetitive email distribution process. But I imagine, though, we're not the only ones that have such repetitive emails that get distributed on a frequent basis. So for today's example, I'm going to show you how we can send out a hypothetical updated valuation report of USC's endowment holdings. Now, what I want you to do is open up a blank Excel, and we're going to fill out 4 key criteria. The first of which is the file path of your file that you want to send out. Now, in this case, I made the file path a little dynamic where it's referencing a date so that I don't have to update this manually every day. The second criteria are your email recipients. The assumption here is that this is normally static, but you can always remove email recipients whenever you like. Third, the subject header. Again, I've made this reference a date so that I don't have to update this on a regular basis. And then finally, your fourth and final criteria here is the body of your email. Again, this is assuming that the body of your email is normally static, but you could always add additional commentary if you'd like. Now, this is where I kind of leveraged Gemini to give me the necessary VBA code to reference those Excel cell references. So I went ahead and copied the code and I put it into my Visual Basic section of my Excel, simple copy paste. I went ahead and pasted it and saved. And then before I ran my code, I did one extra thing. I made it into a shortcut key. So you just go to your macros and we see the one that I just made. I go to options and I see that we can make a shortcut key. And here I made it Control Q. So once you have everything set, you don't have to do anything else. You just go Q and the email has been successfully sent. So let me go to my email now and see that it got sent out. Refresh here. And we can see here that I have successfully sent an email with my desired attachment. And now it's kind of a nice, clean format for my email distribution. And again, this kind of saves me time from having to manually copy the email recipients, the subject header, the body of the email. It also saves me time from having to drag over the attachment onto my email. It's now pretty well automated. And then the next day, you can open up this Excel again, and essentially you don't really have to touch anything. It should get automatically updated when you roll it one day forward. And so then you can just send it out by doing Control Q again, and it gets sent out all nice and easy. Given I work in finance, I've seen how automation is really crucial for getting things done quicker, more accurately, and kind of keeping you sane from having to do all these manual updates. able to more efficiently and effectively send out business communications, which is becoming increasingly more important as our world continues to move faster and faster. Thanks for listening, and I hope this helps you reach some sort of form of email bliss. Thanks again.